Rodriguez left you with a bit of a cliffhanger last episode. That was actually the first start of the car. It started up fine, like it's all standard, so it's a standard ECU, so there's no reason why it wouldn't. All that racket wasn't the engine grinding itself to bits because it had no oil pressure. It's just had a damaged pulley from the accident that the car was in, and the accessory belt was trying to fall off. And the power steering pump was also empty, so it was cavitating and carrying on. So we fixed that. We just whacked a new pulley on. It's a pretty common failure on these, and filled up the power steering, and it's all working sweet now. We just got to refit the guards and the bonnet now because everything's working, so we can cover it all back up, all the electrical stuff that's hidden in the guards. And then Rodriguez is going to fit a catch can that Matt's made, so we'll get stuck into that.
The LS1 has a positive crankcase ventilation system that isn't great in NA form, so Matt has designed his own catch can that sits above the back of the engine. This catches the oil vapours and prevents them from entering back into the inlet manifold.
The last piece of the puzzle, Alan.
Oh, hopefully. Yeah, and why you do this to me, Matthew?
Hey Al, why do you think people hate LS conversions so much? Like, there seems to be a lot of butthurt. People are whinging about the LS.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it deserves a bit of hate because it's like a really cheap, readily available engine with a really good gearbox on the back of it, with an ECU that you can retune. Parts are dirt cheap. You can triple the power without breaking them. So it's kind of, it's fair. Like, obviously it's a shit engine. Probably the worst thing about LS is the cars that they originally came out in, to be honest. If you stick an engine like this into a car with a chassis that's not crap, then all of a sudden you've got a really nice car with a flexible engine that doesn't break very easily. So, yeah.
Not a fan of Commodores either.
No. They got their place.
I don't mind Commodores myself.
It doesn't have the chassis that this has got though.
Oh, of course not. I think the whole stereotype thing of the whole Commodore driver, which a few people will get, the kind of people that put Chev badges on their cars.
Yeah.
So what's next, dude? What's going on?
Just had to fit up that air filter. I just like to see that the turbos are spinning and stuff like that. It's probably just more of a little hidden pleasure for me than anything technical. So I just leave one off. So this pulley here was the one that was busted. They're originally plastic, and they're common to fail anyway, but it actually, the radiator from the other car had hit it and sort of broke the whole lip off it that keeps the belt on. So as soon as we started it up, the belt just started walking off till it was hanging off halfway, and that was what all that racket was about. And along with the power steering pump just cavitating because it wasn't full. So we've sorted all that out, got coolant in it. So we're pretty much ready to start it and run it for, you know, a long period of time and get it fans working and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to throw on this strut brace first.
What about a front bar?
Yeah, front bar is here now. It was at Matt's house because I said don't leave your junk at my house for months. So he's brought it down, and we have test fitted it, and it was pretty obvious that the little air scoop that we had made for the radiator was not really up to it. So Matt went back to the drawing board and made something a lot more elaborate that has enclosed sides and comes down and meets up with the bottom lip of the. It's got like a GDR replica front bar on it, so it's should help the radiator work better. So we'll throw the bar on soon, I guess. No reason not to put it on. Then we might go for a little test drive up the street just to make sure that it's got all its gears and all the rest of it, all that stuff that's important before getting it dyno tuned. That was one ugga dugger.
Sweet. Man, what the f is that noise?
That's the most annoying noise in the world, Rodriguez, funnily enough that you ask.
Is it just held on with zip ties like every other Nissan?
It did have zip ties in it, so yeah, I'd say so. It's pure.
Pure. I think you need smaller hands to get it in there, Alan.
Smaller and operational.
Hey, where's your finger going?
Yeah, it's not too bad. You can do this now. Ew. You have to remove one of the old zip ties first. Much better. Everything's working. We've got the clutch, we've got gears. We've got a little display here that Matt's got just to monitor everything until we figure out what to actually use. It works fine, it's just so slow to load. It's just a cheap tablet with like a dongle, Wi-Fi dongle, so it's certainly not ideal. It'd be better with something like an Edge monitor or something like that. It's pretty hard to find a J1850 protocol compatible thing. Well, I haven't been able to find one, so yeah, let us know if you know of one. Something that just lights up and works straight away. But this is good for us to monitor what's going on while we're sort of tuning it and that sort of thing. So it'll do for the moment. We fitted the GFB G-Force 3 boost control. That's a pretty new one. There was a G-Force 2 and 1 before that. So that's going to do our boost control duties because the factory ECU does not have a boost control function. So we'll put 5-pound wastegate springs in it, and then we'll be able to work around between 5 and whatever it likes. So that'll be good to go. Matt's got his custom gear stick here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh? I like that.
It is. It's actually a spanner with a gear knob welded to the top of it, because that's how Matt rolls. That works all right.
Can we go for a drive now or what?
Yeah, shut the bonnet.
Sweet. Pretty. Very pretty.
It's a shifter. out this twin plate, man. It's like a Corolla. It's got no springs, it's all solid. So easy to drive.
It's because you pay for quality, I suppose.
It's mint.
Doesn't affect it having the solid plate side?
No, it's hardly makes any difference. I'd almost go that on all of them.
Sounds good, eh?
You can't shift too fast, like it's the shifter's and he said there was nothing wrong with it when he drove the car. When it had the
So this is the same shifter in it that...
No, this is
a different one,
it
that's
had
right, yeah.
standard shifter. You just can't shift fast.
That sounds sick, eh? Pretty successful road test. Maybe apart from the shifter.
Yeah, it's all good except for the shifter. It's a bit, it seems to beat the synchros or something's going on. Might need adjusting. Get Matt onto that.
Cool, temp sweet.
Yeah, nice. Front and sweet. Easy to drive. Everything works.
What's next?
It just sucks when you get to the turbo spooling up and you've got to stop because no tune. But I think we'll get down to Scotty and get him to have a go at it.
Get the Hoff onto it.
Yep, sounds good.
Easy done. Time for a lemon squash.
Next time on the Skid Factory, there's just a couple of things left to do, and then we hit the dyno.
Hey,